What does it mean to flourish? When can you say that you are flourishing? I think that for this to be true, at least for me, I usually feel like I'm flourishing when I am improving my life in multiple areas at the same time. And I am thriving in multiple areas at the same time. Because I think, like, flourishing cannot just mean that you have success in one area. You know, like, making money is a great thing. For example, like, if all you have is money, then I wouldn't say that you're flourishing. Or if all you have is work, I wouldn't say that you were flourishing. Or if all you do is spend your time at the gym and your body looks amazing, but the rest of your life is kind of falling apart, I wouldn't say that you're flourishing. I would just say that you are good at that one thing. So in order for somebody to flourish, I think they need to contain like knowledge and skill set in multiple areas, and be able to maintain that success in multiple areas for a long period of time. So in the previous example that I gave, it's not just that this person has a great body and they work out. It's not that they just make money. It's like all of these things combined, like, and they have been doing these things simultaneously for a long period of time. And they feel like they are like progressing towards their goals in multiple areas simultaneously. And I think that's what flourishing means. It means like achieving your goals simultaneously in multiple areas of your life and being able to maintain that success for a longer period of time. And this is kind of hard to do because, or it's not necessarily hard to do, it just like takes time to set up your habits properly. And once you do, those habits are going to keep compounding, and at some point you are going to see the fruit of your labor and you are going to have success in multiple areas. But I think that it just takes a little bit of time to set up, because you have to be able to work on multiple goals at the same time and develop multiple skills in multiple areas at the same time. And while like do all of these things while simultaneously you're probably also like working a full-time job, and you're probably also have like adult responsibilities and so on and so forth. And so you can't commit to these habits for 5 hours a day, you know, every day from day one, and do that in multiple areas of your life, right? Like, you can't do that from on day one because you have all of these other adult responsibilities. So that's why I think that it takes time to set up your daily to-do list appropriately, and to write down what your goals are, and to like set up your life in a way that it will allow you to flourish in multiple areas of your life, like 3 years down the line, or like however long it takes. And I feel like I'm starting to crack the code as to how to do this. I wouldn't say that I'm like like flourishing necessarily, but I feel like I'm closer than I've ever been to like seeing myself that way. I feel like my life is really full with a lot of things that I'm excited about. And I think that if I keep going down this path and I keep pursuing the things that I'm interested in, I think that like a year from now, 2 years from now, I think I will be like in a really good spot. But I can tell you what I've done so far, and you can decide for yourself if you want to try this out or not. The first thing that I actually did this in November of 2025. So like a good, 8 months, 9 months ago, I read this book called It Works. And it's like a 20-page book. It's basically a pamphlet in which like the author tells you his formula to achieve success. And the formula is basically figure out what you want and get crystal clear about what you want. So for example, if you want a car, I don't want a car, but if you do want a car, you would have to know exactly what kind of car, what model, what color, what shape, what year, what does the interior look like, what, and so on and so forth. Like you would have to know what you want really clearly. And if you want like a spouse, you would have to write down like exactly what the important things are for you, and so on and so forth. So figure out what you want, and then like figure out the characteristics of your desire and what it would mean, like what it would look like if you had it, and then write these desires down on a piece of paper and read that list at least 3 times a day, every single day, and don't talk about it to anybody until like it happens. Like don't start telling random people what you're bringing into your life. And I've been doing this since November of 2025. I wrote a list of exactly what I wanted, and I wrote it on a piece of paper, and I have that piece of paper stuck on my wall in my bedroom, and I've been reading that list for the past however many months. It's been since November. And little by little, I am starting to see like bits and pieces of it come true. And so that was like number 1. And then number 2, I think, is to set up daily to-do lists or daily tasks that you think will help you bring you closer to your desires. So like for example, some of my tasks that I do every single day religiously, no matter what, is I write for 30 minutes every day because I'm a writer. I've already published 2 books. I'm currently like almost done with the 3rd book. And so I write every single day, no matter what. That's on my to-do list. I do that religiously. I also meditate every day. I like to do Joe Dispenza meditations. I affirm. I have an affirmation that I've been saying, like the same sentence over and over and over again every single day, and so on and so forth. And I have this list of tasks. I just use an app to track these tasks. I use the Finch app, but you can use like really any app whatsoever. But you just create a list of tasks that you think will bring you closer to your goals or to your desires. And I like this a lot because you can set small goals for yourself in every area of your life, right? Like for me, I have a meditation goal, I have a writing goal, I have a goal to do some kind of exercise, whether it's lifting weights or running. I have a goal to like clean my house. I have a goal to like take care of my appearance and put makeup on and so on and so forth. Like, and that's how I think you can get closer to flourishing in life, because you basically set up, you read your daily to-do list you read your daily desire list every day. That's step one. And then step two, you back it up with these daily actions that help you like move the needle towards the life that you want, in multiple areas of your life. And so like I'm able to do this now, but when I first started tracking these tasks, I really could only spend a very short amount of time writing and doing and working out and doing all of these things. So it sounds embarrassing, but like literally on the day that I downloaded the app, my goals were like very, very simple, like embarrassingly simple, like write for 10 minutes and exercise for 10 minutes and like put makeup on. And like it was just like the bare bones, like the bare minimum. And just so that I can, like, it wasn't really about mastering anything. It was just about like getting myself in the habit of doing these things every day. And once I was able to do that, and once I was able to show up every day for myself in all of these different areas of my life, then I increased the amount of time that I spend writing. I increased the amount of workouts that I do. I increased how I take care of myself, and so on and so forth. Like all of these different areas. Like instead of meditating for 5 minutes, I like do really long meditations now. But I'm able to do that now, but like when I started, it wasn't hour long like anything. It was just like 5 minutes, 10 minutes of movement, 5 minutes of writing, 5 minutes of like tracking my finances or whatever, and so on and so forth. And I think this has been a great way for me to progress in my life in multiple areas at the same time. And so you have your desire list that you come back to 3 times a day, and you read it 3 times a day, and then you have all of these like small habits that keep reinforcing that new identity. And I think that's a really cool way to eventually change your life and become the person that you have always wanted to be, without waiting for like a big event or like a big like thing that you think is gonna rock your world, or like an outside person to come in and swoop you off your feet or anything like that. It's all like micro habits that you do every day that will eventually change your life in a big way. And so if this video was interesting to you, then I think you would really, really love my book that I just published. It's called Mastering the Middle. And this book is about the space in between the time that you set a desire and the time that you get your desire. This gap between figuring out what you want and actually getting it, I call this gap the middle. And the middle is a very active time in our lives where there's a lot of transformation happening, internally especially. And there are a lot of things that you need to focus on. There are a lot of changes that are happening that like nobody else sees. Like no, the other people won't see 99% of the work that you put in, and then like one day they'll look at you and they'll realize that you're flourishing and that you're doing amazing and then you've gotten your dream life, but they won't see the work behind it because 99% of the work is internal. And I think this book is a great guide to walk you through that process and to help you get from desire to receiving that desire in the real world. And so if that sounds interesting to you, I will leave the link for my book in the description box below. And thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.